This is Gadget Stop 321, and in my current journaling setup, I'm using, one of the pens I'm using is my Jinhao X750 with a Nemesign 0.6 stub nib. Now, this is a really wet writer, especially when you compare it to the stub nib I was previously using, the Pilot Prera stub nib, and you can see I was using Lamy Dark Lilac, and it puts down enough ink that you can see a little bit of sheen in there. But this Nemesign stub puts down a lot more ink and you get a lot more sheen. And as a result of it being such a wet writer, I need to make a what's my words I'm looking for? I need to make a blotter sheet. So I got a sheet of some absorbent Mead 5-star paper. It's, it's not great paper to use with fountain pens, but since it's so absorbent, it's going to make a nice blotter sheet, I believe, since I don't have any blotter paper handy. Now, the paper in my journal, in my Hobonichi Techo, is Tomoe River paper, and so it's much more ink resistant than this 5-star paper. And that's why I'm able to get this sheen. The ink dries on top of the paper instead of being absorbed into it. So it doesn't dry as fast, and when it dries on the surface, you're able to see that sheen. What I'm going to do here, I believe, I'm just going to put my paper in, trace where I want to make my cuts. And I'll have a sheet of blotter paper. That's the same size as my journal. Now, technically, I zoomed out. Okay. I'm just assuming, I'm not a fountain pen expert. I'm just assuming that blotter paper is just an absorbent, made out of absorbent paper. At some point, I may invest in some real blotter paper, but for now, I just need something that's going to allow me to close my journal when I get done making an entry. All right. Okay, there we go. Let's see how this works. Wow, that is so shiny. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about sheen. It makes, usually with my non-sheening inks like this Sailor Black, that's how I tell if the ink is still wet, if it's shining. This Lamy Dark Lilac looks like I have wet ink on the page, so I don't know. Let's see, I was going to do my next little section of notes for my Bible study. Okay, I'm having trouble writing. Hey, and I went back and added the T up here. I'm known to just leave letters out when I'm writing, especially on camera. I'm trying to look through the viewfinder and write at the same time. Let's see. Okay. And this in, close it. Now I wouldn't normally do this. I would just close it and leave it, let it dry, but I'm just curious to see. Yeah, and it caught a decent amount of ink. That would have been over here if I didn't have the blotter paper. So I think this is going to work nicely. And I don't know if I actually need real blotter paper. Alright, if you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel.